Okay, guys. So how we doing? How we doing? So, um, I think I sent the wrong link, but let me try again. I think I sent the wrong link, but let me try again. Okay, guys. So how we doing? How we doing? So let me try again. Okay, this is the link. Okay, guys. So I'll wait a while for those who want to join us. And before then, we begin with my name. My name is UCHE BUZZ, BUZZ like B, and this is brought to you by Stellar Academy. We'll be looking at poetic copywriting. Simple techniques to elevate your selling. These are the simple techniques to elevate your selling. If you are with me, just comment down the section below in the I'm looking at the live chat right now, so do all to comment. Let me know that you are following, you are with me. If you're with me, just say hi. If you're with me, just say hi. So we're looking at poetic copywriting. What is copywriting? That's what we're looking at now. What is copywriting? I'm sure you have heard about it before, but what exactly is copywriting? Now I explain that copywriting. A copywriter is a man who has the knowledge, who knows the strategic words and patterns to get people to give him money. A copywriter is one who understands the way people behave and can use it to his advantage to make them take an action. It is not copyright. Now, copyright is different from copywriter. Copyright is having, independence legacy concerning a particular project, book, or whatever you're having the project about. So for those who are just joining us, I have a gift for you at the end of the class. So do all to watch this on our till the end. Do all to watch it till the end. Yes, that's what a copywriter is, and that's the difference between copywriter and copywriting. So if you're with me, do all to give a chat down below. I'm with you so that we'll continue. Okay, copywriting is simply selling with words. So have you ever sold to somebody before? Have you ever convinced somebody to follow you to probably a cinema? Have you ever asked a lady out? That's copywriting. Copywriting is simply selling with words, right? And copywriting is a skill, it's a craft, it's something that you can learn, whether you are good at writing or not good at writing. That is it. That is the skill that basically anyone in the world can actually learn. So you're looking at benefits of copywriting. One, it's a high income skill. It's a high income skill. Any skill that elevates sales for a company will be in high demand. So if I have products and services and somebody says I'm a copywriter and he stays with me for the next 3 hours, and the next thing he's able to elevate my sales, that kind of person is very needed. See, we have learn to sell yourself. Copywriting helps you to be able to sell yourself. How are you selling yourself to others? How are you able to sell yourself with specific essentials of copywriting? You will learn to sell yourself to people so they believe in you. If they don't believe in you, no one will buy from you. So basically, no one will buy from you if they don't believe in you. It gives you opportunity to sell faster and sell easier. Sales become better when you learn how to sell products. So there's a difference between a content writing and copywriting. This is one of the questions that people normally ask. What's the difference between content writing and copywriting? What's the difference between content writing and copywriting? Now it's very important that you understand that content writing is like creating content concerning a particular brand, concerning a particular product, concerning a particular person, right? That's content, that's creation of content. So the reason for creating content is to educate, to entertain, and to engage. To educate, entertain, and to engage. So that's the reason for copywriting. That's the reason for copywriting. So what's the essence? What's now the need for copywriting? What's now the need for content writing? So you in education, you are not just selling to them, you are educating your readers about the product. You're giving them content about the product, either a video, a funny video. Entertain, it could be a funny video talking about that particular product or service, right? And three, engagement, because you want people to come. You want people to come to you first before you sell to them. You can't just start selling to people. They have to come to you first, right? So we want enough engagement on our social media handles. We want enough engagement on our social media handles. We want enough engagement um on whatever we do just to get them in vogue, right? Why copywriting? Every copy is with the intent to make sales. So any content you are reading that does not at the end tell you to make a sales or tell you to take an action is not copywriting, it's just content writing. So copywriting is with the intent to make sales, with the intent for you to make sales. Now we have convince and convict. So when you read someone's copy, it should be able to convince you. Someone who doesn't know about the product should be able to be convinced to buy that product. You should be able to convince to, be able to get that particular product. So if you are with me, do well to just comment below. I'm with you. Then I go on. Yeah. So I hope we are getting. So these are essentials of a good copy. Hope we are getting enlightened. Hope you are with a pen, your biros to write this down. So these are the essentials of a good copy. Essentials of a good copy is headline. Your headline has to grab attention. This is the most important part of your copy. If your headline is not attention grabbing, no one will want to read the rest of your copy. So your headline has to be attention grabbing. It has to be something that will blow the minds of the readers. You'll be like, what is this guy talking about? Let me even read what he's talking about. You understand? It has to be, there's what is called the magic wand headline. They call it the magic wand headline. This is a headline where you make exuberant, exaggerated statements. Like, if it's a slimming product, let me say it's a slimming tea, you can say, get slim in the next 4 days. How to get slim in the next 4 days, right? How to, it could be a how to travel abroad in the next 2 days without a visa or a passport. Wow. We just imagine that kind of thing. So the hook is the subheading. The hook is the heading under the subheading. Like, it explains what, it's like the subheading. This is where you explain the headings in 2 or 3 lines. This is where you explain the headings. Now the body of the copy should contain the pain, the pivot, and the solution to the customer's problem. I'll go into that in the future terms, so do well to follow along. So if you are watching this, do well to leave a comment below. I love what I'm seeing, or I love what I'm hearing. Okay, so moving on, we have essentials of a good copy. What are the essentials of a good copy? It should have testimonials. Sorry about this. It should have testimonials. Testimonials help give credibility to your work. It helps give credibility to your work. Like, poor testimonials. Anybody who has testimonials about the product, screenshot it and put it there. See, right? Bonuses. Humans love free things. People love free things, right? People love free things. One of the reasons why I'm watching it, because it's free, right? So people love free things. They always want to get more for less money, right? They always love to get more for less money, right? So if you have ever followed your mom to the market, or if you are a mom, right, you go to the market, or a lady, and I think it's more is more associated with ladies. You go to the market to buy a particular product. You want to buy yam, and the seller tells you this yam like this is 500 naira, right? This yam is 500 naira. Will you ever price that yam higher? Will you ever say, you know what? No. I'll give you for 600 naira. No, right? You always price it lower. So that's how people are. People want free things. They want to always get more for less money. So when your mom comes back from the market and she's happy about why she went to the market, she knows that she went to the market to buy with, let's say, 10,000 naira, but what she got is more than 10,000 naira. Now it has to have a call to action, right? It has to have a call to action. What's your call to action? Call to action has to be clear and distinct. Not everyone will understand your call to action. Your call to action could be click here to join, right? Click here to join the class. Call XYZ to join in, right? It has to be clear, because don't assume that people know because there's a link there. Don't assume that because there's a link, people will click on the link. No, you have to tell them what to do. That's a copy. You need to convince them on what to do. So, poetry and storytelling, we are now hitting the crust of the matter. poetry and storytelling. It is easier for your readers to follow always. You understand? When you're using poetry, when you're storytelling, right? Right? Is it the way to move a potential buyer? The way to move a potential buyer to become a buyer is communication, right? I just want to just chip in this. People have the idea. People always have the idea that um, I don't really, I don't really like a product. There are different types of buyers. There are those who know about your product and come to you and want to buy. But for example, you are selling. For example, you are selling. For example, you are selling a shoe. Someone knows you sell shoes, so they come to you and say, you know what, Uche, I want to buy this shoe. That's what I want to buy. I want to buy this shoe now. So they come and they pay you directly. There are those who know about your product, but they don't know they need your product. This guy is the guy who always wears palm slippers to class. He doesn't really care about wearing a shoe. So you have to tell them this is where communication comes in. He knows your product, but he doesn't think he needs your product. Why there are those who know your product, they don't know about your product, they don't even care to buy your product. So the way to move each and every of these buyers, these three different buyers, to buy from you is communication. Moving on. Remember, you are always selling to humans. Sorry about that. Let me just take a sip. Come on, join me. To humans. And humans, they have pain, right? They have pain. They have ways to frame your words to match your copywriting. There are better ways to frame your words to match your copywriting. So remember, everything we are looking at is to get them to see the fear, the pain, and the emotions. So we use this to sell to them. Remember, we will use these three to sell to them: pain, fear, and emotions. Follow me. These are better ways to frame your words to match your copywriting poetically. Now, for example, let's say, you're selling land, for example. Stop saying, come and buy and own a land. Stop saying that. Remember what I said. You are selling to humans. They are selling to humans. So don't say that. What? Say, ever felt the joy of standing over your balcony and looking at a green field owned by you? That gives the buyer a picture, right? It gives the buyers a picture of people, of somebody standing over an overly priced balcony, right? And looking at the green field. Do you know that joy it feels to own those things? You're not scared of rent. Okay, let's look at this one. This is another one. Times change, seasons come and go. But when you buy a land, it's yours forever, right? When you buy a land, it's yours forever. If you notice the way I put this, yours forever in capital letters, because that's your punchline. That is your main aim. That is your point. That is where you want people to actually look at, right? Remember, we are selling what? Emotions to them. This will make them emotional. I mean, they'll be like, wow, it's mine forever. Like, even if I die, my children will still own the land. Right? Now, are you tired? This is another one for land. Are you tired of having the pressure of thinking about rent? This is fear. We are selling fear to them. Right? We are selling fear to them. You understand me? We are selling fear and pain to them. Scared of getting your landlord in the morning because he reminds you of your rent? Own a land today. Straightforward. This particular own a land today is the copywriting, right? You are telling them own the land today. That's what you're telling them. You're telling them directly own the land today, right? It's the call to action. Own the land today. Then your call to action could be call so and so or click on this link to buy a land. Click on this link to buy a land, right? Scared of getting your landlord in the morning. That's poetically. That's another poetic way to actually say, are you afraid, right? Are you afraid of all these things? Come and learn. Come and buy land. Are you tired of having pressure of thinking about rent? This, you are selling fear to them. So think about your product. Without your product, what kind of fear are you selling to them? What are you actually selling to the people? What are you selling to them? Right? What are you selling to them? It's very important for you to know this. Bags. If you're selling a bag, for example, I see a lot of people on my WhatsApp TL, the way they sell bags, they'll just put the picture as they come and buy. Nobody buys like that, right? Who buys a bag? Think about it. Who buys a bag? Ladies, very correct. Ladies buy bags. Why do they buy bags? Question you ask yourself. They don't just buy a bag because it wants to contain what they want to carry. You're not selling a bag. You're selling luxury and elegance. You're not selling a land. right? You are selling lifetime investments, right? So think about your product beyond what you're selling. So stop saying, come and buy a bag, come and buy a bag. Look at this one I wrote down. Do you want to enter a room and grab everyone's attention? Then get Chizeka's bag. I don't know who this Chizeka is, sure, but no, get her bag. Right? You want to grab people's attention. You want to enter a room and everybody is looking at you. Then get so bag. Right? You are selling luxury. You are selling elegance to them. This is the current bag. This is the bag that Rihanna is using. You show a picture of Rihanna with the same bag and say, come and buy. Come and buy this bag. You are selling elegance to them. Selling elegance. The next thing I'm going to be doing, you're going to be using stories. We're going to be using stories. What kind of stories are you using? You're going to tell them stories. Now, stories are very important. People listen to stories. People love stories. Right? People love stories. That's the reason why people follow you. People love stories. They like stories because stories make them emotional. Right? Stories hit different. They speak to the emotions of the people. Remember, you're selling to humans and not robots. Right? So stories make people emotional. They tend to get emotionally connected with the story. Right? With the story. A very good example is Peak. I don't know, maybe some of you might be old enough to remember that Kano Wanko's video. I know one day it will make us proud. Kano Wanko, when they shoot Kano Wanko when he was small, raking a can of peak milk, right? People love that brand. People love that advert. Why? Because it was selling them a story. It was selling them that, there was a time when they were sending Kano Wanko to go and buy peak milk, but he was always playing football. That story sells to them. Blue band sells growing taller. It was a story. All their adverts were stories concerning that. Boom shasha mimi. I don't remember that mimi advert. Boom shasha mimi. Mimi noodles, boom shasha. Okay. I think this old. This if you are probably between the ages of let's say 17, 18, 20, you might have remembered these adverts for sure. Now, how do you tell stories? Tell stories from pain points, from pivot points, and procure solutions. Right? You tell your stories from your pain point, your pivot, and you procure the solution. What's the pain point? Right? You could start your story of, let me say, for example, you are selling weight loss. You start from a story from, when I was little, I was always fat and I was afraid to be called fat. I was afraid to be called fat. I was afraid. I was always laughed at. They called me a lot of names. They said if I jump up, I will start floating to the air. They called me a lot of things. But I met this product. That's the pivot point. The pivot point is what changed your direction. I met a product. I met someone who sold me this product. And in just 4 days, I drank the product. Right? And it changed my life entirely. I began to slim down. I started taking exercises. And here I am today, as slim as ever. You are procuring a solution. This is a solution you are procuring to them. You are telling them that, see, buy this product. This is what it will be. So people are scared. Right? So people are scared. They're saying that, okay, UCHE, I don't have stories concerning this product. You could use other means to sell your stories. The main point is that we are painting a picture to them. Right? We are painting a picture to them. So what kind of picture are you painting to them? Right? You're painting a picture to them. You say something like, hi guys. My name is UCHE, and I just want to tell you a story. Just imagine, right? Just imagine is a good way to start a story. Just imagine. You didn't say it's your story, but you say just imagine. Once you say just imagine, people will start imagining. You are selling to them a story. Imagine you're in your house and your landlord comes. That is the fear. He knocks on your door. Before you open it, he bangs the door and the door hits your face and you fall to the ground. Before you regain consciousness, he begins to shout alarmingly. Break your television. Your 4-year-old child wakes up in the morning and he's scared. You're trying to pet him, but you can't stop the landlord who is screaming for just 300,000 naira rent. You are painting a picture to them. Imagine. You didn't say it's your story. You didn't say it's another person's story. Right? It's a fictional story. Right? You are selling to them what? A story. You are selling to them what? A story. So that kind of story you are selling to them, right? The story you are selling to them must be a story that everybody can relate to. must be a story that everybody can relate to. A story that will touch them, right? A story that will touch them. So you are procuring the solution. So the solution you now begin to procure is, why don't you start now? Right? Why don't you start now to start investing? You may not have 5 million naira, but you have 50K. Start now with 50,000. If you pay 50,000 for the next 4 years, you must have gone half in your payment for the land. Before you get married, your house and your land will be ready. So we have taken from what the pain point, the pivot, we have procured the solution. That's the way to tell stories. That's the way to tell stories in copywriting. So I'm here with your questions. You do want to ask your questions. You can ask it on the group chat. You can ask the questions on the group chat. I'm always here to listen. I'm always here to listen. I'm always here to listen to your questions, to your solution, to your questions. I'm always here to listen. I'm always here to listen. So, just wait for a while. I had a very long day. Like, really long day. Many people are chatting me up. I had a long day. But I'll be fine. Okay, so remember I promised that if you watch this video to the end, I have a gift for you. In the link below, in the description below, click on that link. There's a link there. Click on that link. And tell me what you learned from this video. I'm giving 10 people this gift. Only 10 people. Are you seeing my 10 people? Giving 10 people this gift. So if you watch this video to this end, just chat me up. The link is in the description below for you to chat me up. Tell me what you learned. I'm giving 10 people this gift. Very perfect gift for you. You will like it. So, thank you so much. I can't believe I was able to do this in less than 30 minutes. Less than 30 minutes. That's good. That's really good for me. If you are enjoying this class, just tell me. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Thank you so much for joining in. Really, really appreciate you. I celebrate you. Any other question, do want to leave it in the description, in the WhatsApp group, or here, and your questions will be answered. Thank you for joining in.